Hi, Doctor. We are from Group 2. So today we are going to present about the downstream processing, and our group decided to choose the chemical and physicochemical methods. So before we proceed, let me introduce myself and my group mates. My group is consists of Niza Jalaluddin, Vignesri Suryanarayanan, Dinesa Krishnan, me, Divyashni Mohan, Sumati Ilamaran, and last but not least, we have Robraj Yadavid. So first of all, let me introduce what is cell disruption is. Cell disruption is a method that is used to release the intracellular nutrients of a cell. So there are two types of methods. First of all, we have mechanical and also non-mechanical. So in the mechanical part, we have a liquid shear and solid shear. And for the non-mechanical, we have physical, chemical, and biological. So my group will be presenting about the non-mechanical method, which consists of detergent, enzymes, solvents, and also osmotic shock.
So now I will explain about detergent. The structure of detergent is actually made of two components, which is hydrophobic tail, which is hate water, and hydrophilic head, which loves water. The cell membrane, which is made up of phosphorylated bilayer, and it is amphiphilic. The detergent will disrupt by two ways. First, by lysis, by entering in bilayer and unstabilizes. Second is by micelle attack, which extract the lipid and cause asymmetry in bilayer. There are two types of detergent used, which is denaturing and non-denaturing, as you can see in the slide. Each has a specific use based on the molecular stability requirement. Next slide, please. Okay, the advantages of using detergent is a gentler and more rapid method for lysing cells, produces more reproducible results, leads to a higher protein yield, and can be used for various sample types. Disadvantages are the cost of using large volume reagents needed for large scale production can be prohibitive. When used incorrectly, chemicals and detergents can damage and or destroy the cell contents. The presence of salts and detergent may not be compatible with protein assays. It may also affect the results downstream applications, and it may pose significant health and safety risks to other users.
So now I'm going to explain about enzymatic method. There are three methods in enzymatic method. The first method is autolysis. It's a self-destruction method where the internal membrane of cell break down and the cell dies. Upon of injury, digestive enzyme are released from the cell, leading to its cell destruction. The digestive enzyme can be harmful to surrounding cell and interfere with their function. The next one is lytic enzyme. Is a biological cell lysis method used to lysis the wall. Most of these enzymes are available commercially and can be used for large-scale lysis. The third one is phage lysis. ET for phage, OX174, and ssRNA phage are bioreophage. They are penetrate and multiply inside bacterial cell and can cause lysis cell by producing endolysin and murine hydrolyse enzyme. Next slide. The advantages of enzymatic lysis, it is very fast method. For the drawback of this method is it is highly cost and product contamination through chemical is high. And the third one is extent for product release.
Hey everyone, I'm Tinisha here. I'm going to explain the another chemical methods of cell disruption, which is using the organic solvent. So basically, these organic solvents will be used to disrupt the cell membrane and cell wall by solubilizing the phospholipids and denaturing the protein that found in the cell. There are few limitations in this method. First, the organic solvent should remove from the soil because it might contaminate the product. Next, it is also found that these organic solvents tend to denature the protein. Moreover, these components are inflammable but require special equipment for fire safety. There are few solvents that we can actually solve for this method, we can use for this method, such as alcohol, methyl ethyl ketone, dimethyl sulfoxide, and also toluene. The following figure shows the flow of the process where the solvents will act on the cell wall and solubilize the phospholipids in order to disrupt the cell. Next slide. Next, moving into the advantage and disadvantage of these methods. One of the advantage of this method is easier to remove on account of volatility compared to detergent. Because as I mentioned just now, organics next, it is possible to select the release product. Release product here, what I meant was product which is cooked or pickled. The disadvantages of these methods are it's not applicable for larger scale, denaturing of protein may occur, and also high cost for neutralization alkali, and the product is not stable in alkali condition. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. I would like to present about osmotic shock. Osmotic shock is a technology which can be utilized in biotechnical application to cause a cell lysis. In this technology, cells are first exposed to either low or high salt concentration. Then the conditions are quickly changed to the opposite conditions, which leads to the osmotic pressure and also cell lysis. The reason for that is water quickly flows from the low salt concentration towards a high salt concentration. Osmotic shock is not commonly used method for cell destruction because of its low efficiency. The efficient disruption will commonly require, for example, enzymatic pretreatment to weaken the cells. In addition, this technology requires addition of high amount of salt and also high water usage. Also, the product may be diluted, which increase downstream processing costs. That's all from me. I would like to pass the presentation to Rubraj.
Thank you, Vicky. So as my friends mentioned in the previous slide, this cell destruction is mainly used in industries. This is used various to study the intercellular materials or to use the material that are located in a given cell. So as what Divya has mentioned, cell destruction is a process of releasing molecules into the cell to disrupt the cell. The industries that commonly use cell disruptions are pharmaceutical, food, biotechnology, and also cosmetics. Now let's have a look into the conclusion that we have come up. So as a conclusion, chemical methods are risky to use for the disruption of sensitive cells, as the use of solvents, detergents can cause protein denaturation and damaging of the final product. A significant issue related to chemical method is the removal and recovery of the chemical disruptor, making chemical methods highly applicable at only laboratory scale. Thirdly, chemical methods also have low efficacy, making them more expensive and less useful as disruption methods. The higher consumption of solvents and water makes chemical methods also environmentally unfriendly. Lastly, on the contrary, we have come up to the conclusion that enzymatic methods are gentle with a fewer side effects, yet high cost makes them impractical, but it's one of the best methods compared to all the rest. That's all from us. Thank you, Doctor.